Okay, you guys just witnessed it. That was the first time I've ever brushed Splash more than like 1 or 2 strokes.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals.
What you're seeing is little Richard being helped into his gold Escalade. And why you're seeing it is because I have to leave for the airport this morning. I have to leave the hotel at 11 a.m., but I was ready to go at 10 a.m. And because I had an extra hour, I thought I would go out and shoot some more video and pop into a few souvenir shops before I left. So I left the hotel at about 10 a.m. and I went out, shot a bunch of video, and as I was walking back to the hotel, as I was passing the hotel's driveway, this is what I saw. I just happened to be walking past the hotel as little Richard was being picked up and put into his car. I filmed it from the end of the driveway, and then I kept walking another block until I got to Lower Broadway where the souvenir shops are. I popped into a few souvenir shops. I was down there maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then it was around 10:50 a.m. when I walked back to the hotel to check out and head to the airport. When I got to the hotel and started walking up the driveway, I noticed that little Richard's gold Escalade was still there, and he was sitting in the passenger seat. The valet was standing about 20 or 30 feet away from little Richard, and I had to get my car at a valet parking. So I got my car ticket out of my purse and I gave it to the valet. And as I was doing that, I looked over at little Richard, and he appeared to be looking at me. So I waved, and he waved back. I took that as a sign that he was friendly and approachable, so I then walked up to him where he was in his car. He was all dressed up. He had a blue and white blazer on. The blazer had like a music print. I remember seeing like blue music notes on a white background. He had a hair comb in his hand. I guess he had been or was going to comb his hair. He was smiling a lot. He was very happy, and he was very nice. And I had a short conversation with him. He gave me a fist bump, and just before I was walking away, he blessed me. I was blessed by little Richard. Right now it's about 8 p.m. and I just got home a little while ago, maybe like an hour ago. And the cats have been very good while I'm away. Simba's been resting a lot. And Stella and Boo and everyone, for the most part, they've been getting along. Splash has been hiding more than normal. And yeah, that's the deal. So there is an issue that happened while I was away. Ants. And I know I predicted this before I left, that every year I get ants inside. And since I've been home, I found like 3 ants along this baseboard. And there's been some other ants found in the house. No one's sure where exactly they're coming from. I did have someone check out like where they could be coming from. The outside of the house has been sprayed. But obviously with the cats here, we just want to be really careful with the inside of the house. But right now they're all hanging out, and they want to be fed soon. They have not had their dinner yet, but I'm not feeding them yet for a little while until things calm down. Right now, I have a calm moment here to just film a few things. So the situation is that I am home for less than 48 hours. I'm probably home for about maybe 38 hours, and I'm home all day tomorrow so I could do laundry, catch up with some stuff, and then the next day I'm back on a plane and heading out on another business trip. So that's good. The cats can get back to normal for a few days, and then they will be back with cat sitters. Okay, so I'm just about to feed the cats downstairs, and first I want to brush them. And if there's a lot of noise in the background, it is the washing machine that's on. Hello, Simba. You want me to brush you? You're gonna roll over so I can brush your tummy? I'm gonna roll over so I can brush your tummy. There you go, Simba. Simba's so smart. Simba always knows when I want to brush his tummy, right, Simba? Brush your tummy, Simba. Brush your tummy. Okay, now just your back right now. Or your tummy. Your tummy again? A little bit of the tummy. Okay, you want your side of your neck there. Okay, Simba. So the cats did not have any hairballs while I was away for the past 5 days. They did not vomit. They were very, very good. And they ate all their food except for Splash, because Splash has been hiding more than usual. But the rest have been fine. Okay. Come on, Splash. Come on, Splashy. Okay, Stella. We're gonna brush Stella. Sometimes Stella likes to move around when I brush her. Sometimes she tries to get away from the brush. Yeah, good girl, Stella. We get a bunch of fur off of you. She's actually enjoying this, although she's moving around. But oh, you're not enjoying it, Stella? I'm sorry. You don't want no more brushing? Simba wants brushing. Simba says, brush me, I like it. Okay. She's gonna knock him. I'm sorry, Stella. You said you didn't want no more brushing. So I brushed Simba. Now you want brushing? Now you said I want brushing too? Okay. Okay. Splash is all excited to eat. See how he's rubbing up against all the other cats? Okay, Splashy. Come on. I would be able to brush Splash a lot better if I didn't have all these other cats in my way. Like, I can't even walk and they're in my way. Okay. What's going on here, Stella? What's going on here? I was doing so good brushing Splash. That's like the most I've ever brushed Splash, and Stella gotta go act up. Okay, you guys just witnessed it. That was the first time I've ever brushed Splash more than like 1 or 2 strokes. That's the first time he ever let me brush him. That's huge. It's time to brush Boo. Boo, be a good boy, let me brush you. All the boys are eating their food, and Stella's sitting by me. She wants to get some pets. Stella told me she doesn't want to eat because she wants a meaty stick, so I'm giving her a meaty stick. Simba, go back to eating. Eat your meaty stick, Stella. Yeah, you don't want it? You done with it? Yeah. You want it or no? Oh, you want me to put it down? Here, go eat it now. Eat it now. You don't want it? Are you going to eat it or no? Throw it out, you said? You're done with it? You done with it? I'm putting a few ant traps in rooms where the cats cannot go. And this is what's going on. Boo's just hanging out behind Stella. Right now it's a little after 10 p.m. I've been down here playing with the cats. I just gave Stella some crunchies on this platter. Splash has some crunchies on the rug. The thing is, now that there's ants, I can't leave crunchies lying around. Like, I can't leave food lying around. So it's like they can only eat what they could eat. And then after a short while, I have to take the food away because even right now I just see an ant that I have to squash. 9:21 a.m. And I was just gonna go downstairs and see what happened with the ants. And it looks like maybe the cats were chasing some ants around overnight. I mean, look at these rugs. They're all over the place. I only found about 2 stray ants this morning, and I checked the little ant traps that I set up, and there's no ants in the ant traps. And this is the wheatgrass that's been sitting by the window in the kitchen. I just gave some to Simba. I don't know how often this was given to the cats while I was away, because it's easy to forget to give this to them. But Simba likes it, and Splash seems interested in it. This is what the cats are getting for breakfast. They are getting Nature's Variety Instinct Raw medallions because the bites were not available in the store yesterday. They only had the small bags of the bites, and I didn't like the expiration dates on them. So I said, let me try some of these medallions. When I've tried the medallions in the past, the cats would not eat them because they were really badly freezer burnt. When I opened the bag this time, even though it had a decent date on it, I still felt like they were way more freezer burnt than they should be. They're also getting some Primal Raw Rabbit dog food nuggets because I could not find the cat food nuggets anywhere. I went to 4 stores that sell raw frozen pet food. None of them had the Primal Raw Rabbit for cats, and I was really, really, really disappointed. So I got the dog. And so this is what they're getting. I hope they eat it. Sorry for the noise in the background. Again, I have the dryer on. I put 6 of the bench and field treats in some of these little pieces, mostly the chicken medallions, to try to entice them to eat those. I know they really like the rabbit dog food nuggets, so hopefully they'll eat those. We'll see what happens. Again, I don't want to leave food lying around because of the ant situation, so they'll have a limited amount of time to eat their food. Boo is getting the same thing as the downstairs cats. He's getting 1 of the chicken medallions and 1 of the dog food rabbit nuggets. And he's getting water, and he's getting a few bench and field treats in the chicken. There you go, Boo. Hopefully he'll eat it. Boo's eating in his room today, and the other cats are eating downstairs because I need to get some stuff done this morning, and it's just easier for me not to have to deal with, you know, who's chasing who around and stuff like that. Hello, Simba. Right now it's about 8:30 p.m. and I am just about completely repacked for my next trip. And I just realized that this camera that I use, this Canon G7X Mark II, the camera that I have crazy glued the screws onto the viewfinder, well, somehow when I was away, one of the screws fell out, and I have no idea where it is. It's completely lost. So the viewfinder right now is being held on by 1 crazy glued screw. And if that comes out and I lose it, then the viewfinder is detached from the camera. Anyway, right now it's about 8:30 and I'm just about to feed the cats. They ate a late dinner yesterday and they had a late breakfast. And they had crunchies today, so we're going to eat dinner, Simba. And so far since I've been home, I have not seen Simba limping. When I was away, he got a lot of rest, and no one saw him limping while I was away, but that doesn't mean he's not limping. It just means no one saw him. Hello, Boo. Boo's been in his room since he made Simba scream. This is what is left of Boo's breakfast, so like half of one of those chicken medallions. I'm back to giving him his full portion at once because I have not seen him puking in a while. One of the other things that has been noticed is that Simba no longer kisses Boo. Like the two of them no longer kind of smell each other's noses. I guess ever since Boo's been chasing Simba and, not been too nice to him, Simba is very, very hesitant to approach Boo. Simba still wants to like Boo. Simba wants to get along with Boo. But Boo needs to just chill it out a little bit. And he needs to be nice to Simba. Right, Simba? Boo, you gotta be nice to Simba. You gotta be nice to him. He's your boy, Boo. Yeah, that's Simba. He's your boy. You gotta be nice to him. Gotta be nice to Splash, too. He's your boy also. They don't like playing rough with you. They're gentle cats. They're gentleman cats, Boo. They don't want to be all rough like you. You're a street cat. Boo, you gotta leave the thug life behind, right? No more street fighting. You're not a street fighting cat anymore, Boo. You're an inside cat. And you gotta be nice to the other cats that live with you. Especially your sons. Gotta be nice to your sons. That's right, Boo. Apologize to Simba. Say you're sorry to Simba. Say, Simba, I'm sorry for jumping on you. And I'm sorry for trying to bite you. And I'm sorry for making you scream. You gonna apologize to him? Go apologize to Simba. Simba's waiting for your apology. Go apologize to him. Boo, apologize to Simba. Boo, go apologize to Simba. Go say you're sorry. Say you're sorry to Simba. Simba's right there. Go say you're sorry. You guys gonna eat? Want some dinner? You gonna apologize? You're not gonna apologize? Say you're sorry to Simba. Say, I'm sorry, Simba. I don't mean to be mean to you. I don't mean to jump on you. I don't mean to attack you. I want to play with you. Simba, I want to play with you. I just don't know how to play. Right? Simba, I want to play with you. I just don't know how to play with other cats. Because I'm used to fighting other cats. Because that's how I survived when I was outside. Right, Boo? You don't have to do that anymore. You got to learn to play nice. The cats are going to try something new for dinner today. They're having their Nature's Variety Instinct raw chicken bites, but they're also having the Primal Raw Pronto bites, and this is rabbit flavor, and it's these other pieces here that are kind of like odd shapes. They look like they're just kind of like extruded, and this is the first time that the cats have had them. They've only had the Primal Raw nuggets before, and I guess Primal makes these because they will defrost faster, but I feel like they had more freezer burn on them than the nuggets do. So we'll see if the cats like them or not. So they're getting a mix of both. Boo's getting the same mix. He's getting the smaller plate though. Okay, so right now I'm putting together the food for the cats. There's Stella, there's Splash, there's Simba, and here's Boo. And Boo walked around Simba. He was being nice to Simba. And then all of a sudden, Simba started making like this weird noise. And I looked, and Simba was kind of like slashing at Boo. Very similar to how Stella does. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's that going on? Maybe Simba's trying to get back at him for something that he did earlier. I don't know. But right now, all the cats are here. Maybe Boo and Stella will kiss again. I'm still waiting to get that on film. Okay, so what just happened is Splash kind of got nervous about Boo and kind of swatted at him. And when I put this platter of food down for the cats, Boo went to eat from this platter of food, but I knew that would be causing issues, so I put Boo's food here. And if Simba's tail wasn't so close to it, he'd easily be eating it. If I put it up on the step, he'll eat it, no problem. Okay, so Splash, go eat from your platter. Go ahead, Splash. Everything is okay. Okay. So this is what the cats did. It looks like they ate more of the instinct bites and left more of the primal pronto bites. It could be because it's the first time they've ever tried it. Boo, on the other hand, looks like he did the opposite. Like he was trying to pick out those primal pronto bites, and he left most of the nature's variety. Right now it is 11 p.m. and I just spent the last, I would say, 3 hours battling ants in the kitchen. They're coming through a window above the sink, and that's where I had issues with them last year. So I had to clean everything up and spray it down, and now I have all kinds of fans going and trying to just pull some of the odors out. And so what that means is I can't keep any kind of food lying around. Anything the cats don't eat has to be put away, and I can't be leaving crunchies around in any of the interactive toys because those can attract ants. I just found a few more stray ants down here, kind of around where the cats eat, but I don't need things to get worse before the ant problem is solved. So right now I'm going to give the cats their nighttime crunchies, and I have these little can covers which I think are going to be really good for feeding the cats crunchies. That way any crumbs will stay in these, and less crumbs in the rug. I did just vacuum the whole area around where the cats were eating, so just trying to get up every crumb that I could get. Simba took the blue one right away. Now Simba has eaten treats on these before, so he knows how it goes. Splash took the orange one. Simba's stealing his treats. Stella is sitting on a scratch and roll, and she's eating off of a pink one. The cats were all served 2 of these can covers full of crunchies. They hold about 1 tablespoon of crunchies. So Splash ate both of his, and then he finished off Simba's, and now he's finishing off Stella's. So Simba ate probably like a tablespoon and a half. Stella ate about a tablespoon and a half. And then Splash is eating everyone else's, because I feel like Splash got less of the raw food than the other cats did. But so far this worked really well with these little can covers, that they're the perfect size for like a portion of crunchies. The cats like eating out of them, and they keep crumbs off of the floor. So all I need to do is wash them off, and then we're good. Maybe I'll give Splash some more because he seems to still be hungry. I don't want any crunchies lying around. Right now it's about 10:30 a.m. and Boo slept on my bed pretty much all night. He was shut in my bedroom with me because of the ant situation in the kitchen. And then this morning I gave him food in his room, and I opened the window slightly so he could get some fresh air in there. And the downstairs cats have been downstairs, and they are going to continue to be downstairs for the rest of this morning until the ant situation is more under control and the air is more aired out. I have to go outside and do some spraying outside the house. It has been raining a lot during like the past week. So I'm thinking any spraying that was done could have easily been washed away. So that's the situation. The cats are going to eat down here. I killed some more ants in the kitchen this morning. They're coming in around the window above the sink. And that's what they did last year. So I'm going to go do what I did last year, which is spray outside.
boy. Sitting? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Sit, Boo. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Boo. Sit down. Good boy. Good boy, Bo.
It's 8:15 a.m. Good morning, Boo. You're so shiny. It is about 8:30 a.m. right now, and Boo is going to be a very happy boy today because the cats are having canned food for breakfast. They're having the 4-Health grain-free turkey and giblets dinner. Well, at least Boo is. And the reason why is because I'm completely out of raw food. When I bought raw food a week ago, there was a very limited selection in the stores, and I could not buy as much as I wanted to buy. So I have to go out today and catch up with some errands from when I was away. And one of the things I need to do is buy raw food for the cats. Want some food, Boo? Are you hungry? Want some food? This is Boo's favorite kind of food. Anything in a can, Boo loves. And he hasn't had any. He hasn't had any in like 2 weeks, right, Boo? Okay. Okay, Boo, you ready? Are you ready for your breakfast? You ready for breakfast? I also put a few of the bench and field treats on his food. I'm gonna give him some water. So I just dropped this camera, and I did not mean to drop the camera, but it had some kind of grease from the canned cat food, either on my hand or on the camera, I'm not sure where, and it slipped and it fell, and it seems that it fell in such a way that it no longer wants to work properly. So this is my main vlogging camera. This is the camera that I use to shoot all the videos. The majority of the footage, I would say 80 to 90% of the footage in the videos, I use this camera for. Now the camera's not working, so I am now forced to go out and buy a new camera. Good morning, Stella. How are you? The cats were downstairs last night because I got in very late, and it was just the easy thing to do. They're happy down there, and it was nice and cool down there. Hello, Stella. You ready to eat some breakfast? Hello, Simba. Are you ready to eat some breakfast? Hello, Splashy. The roses have gone crazy while I was away. Like, I've never seen them bloom this much. I think it's because we've gotten so much rain. Boo's sneaking downstairs because he wants to eat the cat food. It's the canned food on the platter. Boo! Boo would eat that entire platter of food if I let him. Hello, Simba. Hello, Stella. It is 3:11 p.m. and the cats have been taking naps downstairs. Hello. They still have not finished their breakfast, and it looks like they're just not going to eat it. I gave them each a little plate of crunchies. These plates are obviously the can covers. Stella has one. Simba has one. They have about a half a tablespoon of crunchies on each one. And Splash has one. He's eating about 8 feet away. It is 6:54 p.m. and I'm upstairs with Boo. And the other cats are downstairs and the gates are in the door. At least I think the gates are in the door. The gates were in the door the last time I checked. But Stella's up here. Stella, how'd you get here? Maybe one of the gates are not in the door? Okay. One of the gates are not in the door. I thought I had put all of the gates in the door because I wanted to keep Boo from going downstairs and eating the food. But I guess I took the middle gate out and I forgot that I took it out. So today for dinner, the cats are getting Nature's Variety Instinct Raw Chicken Bites, and they're getting one of the Primal Raw Venison Nuggets because the store that I went to only had the venison. They did not have the rabbit, and the cats don't really like most of the other flavors, so I got them the venison. They also had 2 of the 3-pound bags of the Nature's Variety Instinct Raw Chicken Bites, so I was thrilled that they had those, and they were fresh bags. The expiration date is February 2019, so I bought both bags. I also put 2 of the Bench and Field treats in there, and I put a bunch of water. So Boo should eat those. He's drinking the water. The cats are eating their food. They should eat it, at least half of it, if not all of it. This might be something they eat half of and come back to the rest later, or it might be something they eat all of right away. The canned food that they had for breakfast that they did not eat, I'm putting that outside for Hydrox. Splash is watching from about 10 feet away. I just tried to pick him up and he didn't let me, so that's why he's watching from 10 feet away. Plus it takes him a little more time to kind of get comfortable again when I get home. Boo tried to bite me twice last night. I guess maybe because I smelled different. Or maybe he was like mad. Stella was nice to me and Simba was nice to me when I got home. I got home late last night. But Boo wasn't very nice to me. So, yeah. I just came outside and there's a cat relaxing in the dirt. Probably because it's cool over there by the bush. I think this is Hydrox. I'm pretty sure it's Hydrox. But I have been away, so. Anyway, I'm going to give him this plate of food. I was gonna leave it under the table, but now I wonder if I should put it over there. He looks very comfortable, so I really don't want to disturb him. Okay, I just came inside, and Hydrox went over to the food to eat the food. He looks like he's lost some weight, but it could be that he just shed his winter coat and he has his summer coat on. I mean, I think this is Hydrox. I'm pretty sure it's Hydrox. And yeah, that is a new table. New feeding table in front of the feeder. This one is 2 feet by 3 feet. It's still 1 foot tall. Before there were 2 tables in front of it that were 2 feet by 2 feet. Originally there was only one 2 foot by 2 foot table, and then when both Boo and Hydrox were sharing patio space and needed to be fed separately, then I had a second 2 by 2 table built, and now since there haven't been cat fights over food, there's just one table that is 2 foot by 3 foot, just because we think it's a better size, and it was also painted to try to match the color of the doghouse, but it's not a very good match. I would have preferred if it was stained a very similar color to the doghouse, but I didn't make the table, so It is what it is. It serves its purpose. It's better looking than those blue and gray ones that were there. So there goes Hydrox. I'm pretty sure that's Hydrox based on his back legs. Right now it is 11:21 p.m. and I am just about to give the cat some crunchies. Here's Boo in the container of crunchies. And there is Simba and Splash waiting for their crunchies. And I apologize for the darkness of the video. This is my camera that's not good in low light situations. Simba's a brave boy and he walked over here onto the rug near Boo. Simba was afraid to greet Boo earlier today. Simba's been keeping his distance from Boo ever since Boo did whatever Boo did to Simba before I left. Or the other day when Simba screamed. How you doing, Boo? You being a good boy? So Boo does this thing where when I try to spoon the crunchies out of the crunchy container, he knocks them out of the spoon. And that's what he did right now. And he's running around eating up all the crunchies that he knocked out of the spoon. Simba has crunchies, Splash has crunchies, but they're more interested at looking at Boo and being like, what are you doing? So Boo's gobbling up his second spoonful of crunchies. Simba has left. Simba decides he does not want to eat with Boo. And I move Splash's little plate a little bit farther away from Boo, and now Splash is eating his crunchies. Splash loves crunchies. So while I was away, Boo has learned how to sit. So if I say sit, Boo, he'll sit. Sit down, Boo, sit. Sit. Boo, sit. Sit. Good boy. I just reset the exposure on this camera. The highest it goes is +2. So that's what it's on right now. Hopefully it's a little bit better. Anyway, so Boo just finished 3 spoonfuls on his little plate. Splash finished everything that was on his little plate. He's now working on Simba's. The spoon that I'm using for the crunchies is half of a tablespoon. And Boo has had like 5 or 6 of them now. So he's not getting any more. This is the last of it because I don't want him to get an upset stomach from overeating. Boo's supposed to be in his room tonight. Boo was on free roam last night. And he's supposed to be in his room. But right now, Splash is in Boo's room. I don't know what he's doing there. And there is 1.5 of these little plates of crunchies that the other cats did not finish. They probably want their crunchies downstairs away from Boo. I'm coming downstairs to give Stella some crunchies. And all I see are feathers all over the place. I don't know what they have, but they've been pulling the feathers out. There's a yellow feather, there's a pink feather, and there's an orange feather. What have you guys been doing? Killing birds? It looks like it came from this, whatever that is. Okay, so the feathers are from this, and I have no idea what this is from. Like, these feathers are from something, but I don't know what. I don't know what this was. Some kind of toy that had a bunch of feathers, and now I don't know. But I do see that they finished their dinner. They ate about 2/3 of it before, and then I put a few spoons of crunchies on it, and then they finished it. So Stella seems to really like these feathers. She's rolling around in them. Stella loves anything that's like feathers. She thinks it's a bird. We be nice to each other, right, Stella? Stella, we be nice to each other. You want some crunchies? Want some crunchies, Stella? You didn't have none. You had no crunchies. But you had crunchies with your dinner, right? Want some crunchies now? You guys all want some crunchies now? Some nighttime crunchies downstairs? Do you want some nighttime crunchies downstairs without Boo? Without Boo, right? I just played with the cats for a few minutes under the scratch and rolls. And then I gave Stella some crunchies on the platter. I gave Splash some crunchies on this little plate, but Simba has eaten them. Splash, I keep giving you crunchies and you keep backing away from them. Of course Simba's gonna eat them. If you don't eat them, he's gonna eat them. Splash, you gotta be a little bit more assertive, okay? Splash needs some assertiveness training. Good morning, Stella. How are you today? Stella jumped on the bed for her pets. You a nice girl, Stella? Nice girl, Stella? Do you want some breakfast? We're gonna eat some food, Stella? Breakfast? Food? Good morning, Boo. Did you have a nice night? Good morning, Simba. It's a rainy day today. Both the geese are out getting a meal. They're all crossing the road right now. There's one straggler. They've gotten really big. Hello, Simba. Yeah, I know you don't like Boo since he did something to you. I still don't know what he did to you. Did he bite you? Did he scratch you? What did he do to you that you don't like him, Simba? I think he wants to play with you, because you're the only one that might play with him. The others don't want to play with him. I know, he plays too rough for you, right? You don't like how he plays. He doesn't play like a gentleman. He plays too rough. He doesn't know the rules. There goes some birds. Okay, we gotta eat. We gotta eat breakfast, Simba. Let's go eat. Let's go eat breakfast. Come on. All right, Boo, let's eat. Let's go. So right now, all of the cats are eating their food together. When Boo eats downstairs, then Splash steps up. When Boo does not eat downstairs, Splash kind of hangs back and doesn't eat with the other cats. But when Boo eats downstairs, Splash steps up. It's so funny. So Boo's eating on the bottom step. The other cats are eating together. While I was away, Boo did not eat with the other cats as often as he would have if I was here. So we did take a few steps back in that department. But we'll catch up slowly. For breakfast, the cats are eating a meal of Nature's Variety Instinct raw chicken bites and primal raw venison nuggets for cats. And they have some water added. And they also have some bench and field treats. I put 2 bench and field treats in each of the venison nuggets. The reason why they're eating the venison nuggets, even though I don't like feeding them venison because I don't think it's really something that's biologically appropriate for cats, because in the wild, cats are not going to be taking down a deer. The reason why is because I do like to give them more variety than just the Nature's Variety Instinct raw chicken bites. And the only flavor of the primal raw nuggets that the store had that the cats like was venison. So I got them these. They didn't have any turkey, they didn't have any rabbit, so they got the venison. And the other reason is they only had 2 bags of the Nature's Variety Instinct raw bites. And 2 bags would not last a full week for the cats. And I needed to buy a 3rd bag of something, so I had to make the best choice based on the inventory that they had. Boo's eating his venison nugget. He doesn't really like the instinct bites as much. Simba has decided he needs to smell Boo's butt. And there he goes. Oh, he stopped halfway up the steps. Normally he runs all the way up. Oh, there they go. They both run up the steps to get the best seats in the house and the cat towers in the front window. Hello, Stella. Did you enjoy your breakfast? Yeah, you liked your food? Boo is just about to go upstairs. And here's Simba. Be nice, boys. So here's what they did. They ate all of the Primal Raw venison nuggets. Well, I should say Boo finished them off. And Boo ate his Primal Raw venison nugget also. And because Boo ate his nugget and he ate the nuggets that were on this platter for the other cats, they are going to get his Primal Raw bites. It's only fair because if he's eating part of their food, then they're going to get the rest of his food. Boo loves it when you rub the top of his nose. Right, Boo? So Boo was laying down, and Simba came in the room and laid down maybe 4 feet away from him. Then Boo got up and approached Simba, and then Simba got upset about it. So then Simba backed away, and now Simba's moving over. I think Simba wants to make his way over to one of the cat towers, and Boo needs to learn to get along with the other cats. Okay, Boo? You'll be a nice boy. It is 6:45 p.m. right now, and there's Hydrox. I went outside to take some garbage out, and he showed up near the driveway. So I am just about to go give him some canned food. He should have dry food in the feeder, and I'll give him some dinner. There he is. He's eating his food. Splash is resting in one of the round cat beds. He loves that round bed. That's one of Splash's favorite spots in the house. He's always very comfy in there. Now last night, it was probably around 3 o'clock in the morning, and Splash let me do something that he's never let me do before. So he was in one of the cat towers in the front windows, and Stella was in the other cat tower, and I was petting Stella in the cat tower, and then I also was able to pet Splash in the cat tower. He did not run. He let me pet him for a long time while he was in the cat tower, and that was a first for Splash, and that was really good. But then a little while later I tried to do it again, and then he ran. So, I don't know, Splash is a little bit strange like that sometimes. He's on and off, hot and cold. He looks like he's so tired. Are you tired, Splashy? Okay, I just gave the cats their dinner. Splash is still sleeping on the round bed. I don't know if he feels that great. I don't know if he's just tired or what. But Stella and Simba are digging in. And Boo not so much because I put his plate on the bottom. And he only likes eating on the steps. Boo, are you going to eat your food? I put it on the bottom step, so now he'll eat it. Eat your food, Boo. You don't like your food? Why don't you want to eat your food? So Splash jumped out of the round cat bed, and there were a bag of treats on the table in front of the sofa. So I tried to give him some treats, but when Boo heard the treat bag, he went and tried to eat them on Splash. But then Simba came by and he wanted to eat them. Next thing you know, Stella's there, so all the cats are looking at the treat bag. So now Boo is checking out the plate of food, the platter of food. Now he's checking out his own. So since nobody else wants to eat right now, what Boo has been doing is going back and forth between the platter and his plate. And it's so weird, like he'll eat out of the platter on the ground, but if his plate's on the ground, he won't eat out of his plate. Now Simba's gonna check out Boo's food. Okay, they've done like a plate swap. It's the same exact food. The same exact food is on both plates. Good night, Queen Stella. You're gonna lay in your wheatgrass bed tonight. I can't believe the wheatgrass bed is still here. Good night, Splash. Do you want some crunchies? Do you guys want some crunchies? The cats are eating their food. There's Splash. I put Boo's plate on the bottom step where he's been eating, and he refused to come down and eat there, so I had to put it up quite a few steps higher, closer to where he was sitting. I think he's feeling intimidated by the other cats. Splash did this really strange thing last night when Boo was laying on the sofa just relaxing. Splash was sitting across the room, and then out of nowhere he just came over to where Boo was sitting, and he was looking at him like really, really intensely, like staring him down. And then he kind of like got up on his hind legs and approached where Boo was laying on the couch. It was really weird. And then he backed away. So I don't know what he was doing, but I think he was giving Boo like some kind of a warning. So Boo's here right now. Okay, once again, you guys just missed it, and I missed it too. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I looked, and Boo was not on the steps anymore. He wasn't eating on the steps anymore. But the three other cats were still eating down here. And then all of a sudden, I just heard Boo going crazy upstairs, like running around the house like a madman. So it sent all three of the cats flying. Stella and Simba went flying down here for cover. And Splash actually flew up the stairs, which is surprising. So Splash was the brave one to fly up the stairs and see what's going on upstairs. So I am putting Boo's breakfast in his room. He really did not eat much of it. He like drank the liquid and that was it. So now that Boo's in his room, he's eating his food. Okay, so today I just planted some oat grass for the cats. And I basically reused this plastic container. Then I had 2 of these, I think they were like the cocoa coir pellets. And I had the second half of the seeds of the oat grass. So I planted them in here. I have the cover on, and this is just going to go in the corner, and hopefully these will sprout. And in this container, I also planted some wheatgrass for myself. The other's oat grass. This is wheatgrass, and I'm going to be really curious to see if this grows. I did not really soak the seeds. I wet them. But I'm putting them in here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, it's 6 p.m. right now, and I have no idea what just happened because there was no camera on it, but let me describe to you what just happened. It happened right here in the kitchen, and hello, Boo. I'm just about to talk about you. So I was in the living room, and I sit down because I say, okay, I'm just gonna start editing today's video. And Boo was in the living room, and Stella was kind of sitting by the back door. Stella was like somewhere around here where Boo is now. And Boo has been having the crazies this afternoon where he kind of like runs around the house like a lunatic. So Boo all of a sudden just takes off full speed from the living room, and I hear him running down the hall, running into the kitchen, and then I hear like him skidding to a stop because I hear like the loudest, meanest hiss that you can imagine coming out of a cat that's not like a lion or a tiger, like a big cat. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? It did not sound like a fight, like a knockdown, drag out fight or anything. It just sounded like a confrontation, like maybe Boo like ran right into Stella or something. So I came into the kitchen, and Boo looked terrified, and Stella just was kind of like sitting around here, and she looked very proud of herself. But I did check Stella. I checked Stella to make sure she wasn't injured, and I checked Boo also. Neither of them appear to be injured. Gosh, I wish I had a camera on. I have no idea what just happened. But Boo looked really scared by it. And in fact, when I went to try to pet him, he ran into his room and under his daybed. And he usually does that when he's afraid of something. Meanwhile, Stella went downstairs. Stella, you okay? Did you beat up Boo? Stella, did you beat up Boo? Were you mean to him? You didn't like how he was running? He was running too fast? Is that what it was? You weren't happy with him? Stella, I know you really like Boo. You really like Boo, but you're just telling him that you're the queen and you rule the house, right? You rule the cats? Right, Stella? That's what you're telling. You've been telling Boo that you rule the cats and you're the queen. He better not think he's ruling any of the cats, and those are your sons, right, Stella? Yeah, I get it. Boo will get it. He'll come around, but he does like to play with you, Stella. Boo likes to play with you, Stella. He likes to play with Simba, and he likes to play with Splash, and nobody wants to play with him because he plays rough. We know Boo plays rough, and that's why you have to swat at him to keep him in his place, right, Stella? Okay. Boo, Stella doesn't like it when you try to attack her sons. You know that. You know that. You gotta play nice with the boys, Boo. Boo, you gotta play nice with the boys. They're gentle cats. They're not thugs. They're gentle cats, right, Boo? They're gentleman cats. Are you a gentleman cat? No, you're a thug. Who's that? Is that your girlfriend? Your girlfriend just came upstairs? Right now it's 8:10 p.m. And I saw Hydrox standing on the patio, so I thought I would come outside and give him another half of a can of food. He had some before, and I'll give him more now. The roses are still in bloom. I was going to give Hydrox food on the old plate, but there's some ants on it, so I'm giving him food on a fresh plate. So I just moved the table aside to squash some ants down here, and I don't know if you guys could see it, but here the patio is such a mess. Like here where all the animals come in, like the inside is like The inside is like really dirty, and then the whole patio here is filthy. I think I'm gonna I have a power washer, but someone borrowed it, and I think I'm gonna be getting it back soon. So maybe in a few weeks, I will have this patio power washed again. I think Hydrox is looking pretty handsome in his summer coat. He's looking very svelte. Okay, I'm getting their dinner ready, and Boo has decided that he wants to come down with the other cats. He wants to be with them. I have a GoPro on a tripod, and so here are the cats. Stella's rubbing up against my legs right now, but they're all gonna eat. Okay, Stella has decided she wants to walk away because Simba's right here. Okay, so far everyone's been nice to each other. So far there has not been any hissing. I'm still putting their food together. All 4 cats are here. Oh, here's Boo. Hello, Boo. Okay, so I tried giving Boo his plate right there, but he would not eat it, and Simba tried eating it. So then I put the plate up here, but he would not eat it. Simba tried eating it. So I moved Boo halfway up the steps, and he's eating his Bench and Field treats. They each have 2 Bench and Field treats on the Primal Raw venison nuggets, along with the Nature's Variety Instinct Raw chicken bites and some water. And I also have them on anti-parasite herbs, just 1 drop each. And there's Splash. He's just hanging out. He should be eating. So what I've been doing is I've been putting 1 drop of an anti-parasite tincture on the Primal Raw nuggets. The recommended serving of the parasite tincture is 1 drop per 7 pounds of body weight. So that would be about 2 drops per cat, but I'm just doing it as like a light spring cleaning. Plus, I don't know that like each cat is only getting 1 drop. So it could be like Simba right now getting 2 drops and Splash getting no drops and Stella getting 1 drop. Boo, if he eats his Primal Raw nugget, gets 1 drop. So with these 3 cats that are sharing the platter, I don't know. That's why I only do 1 drop each in case 1 cat gets all 3. It's not going to have a detrimental effect at all. And again, it's just for kind of like a very mild spring cleaning. And I've been doing that pretty much every meal for the past day or 2 since I've been home. Eat your food, Boo. It's probably one of the reasons why Boo has not been eating his food so fast. He probably smells it and doesn't like it. Eat your food, Boo. The other reason why is he knows that if he waits, then I'll put some crunchies on it because when he gets his crunchies, he eats his food. Eat your food, Boo. It's 11:45 p.m. right now. Simba's been hanging out on the cat tower in my room. He's on top of the cat tower. How are you, Simba? I've spent the past few hours editing videos and catching up with the stuff on my computer. If I wasn't posting videos, I would have had that time to interact with the cats. But because I'm posting videos, I'm juggling my time between cats and videos. Right, Simba? Simba looks so comfortable. I'm just about to go into Boo's room and give him his nightly crunchies. Stella, Splash, and Simba are on free roam tonight. Do you hear him purring? So Boo's in his room, and this is what he does. He does not finish his instinct bites until I put some crunchies on them. So this is what he's gonna get now. He'll get some crunchies. Okay, Boo. Boo's all excited. But first, Boo, I gotta brush you, okay? We gotta brush you. Boo loves being brushed while he's brushing himself on the arch. Come on. Come on, Boo. Okay, I just got a lot of fur off of Boo. He still wants me to brush him. He's gonna brush himself. Boo's decided he's gonna brush himself on the brush. I have not given him any crunchies yet, but he's been just pretty much losing his mind in joy of being brushed and knowing crunchies are on the way. So I put some crunchies on his plate. I also gave him some crunchies in his tip and treat. He likes to eat the crunchies in the tip and treat first, and then he'll finish the ones on his plate. Okay, Boo, you have a good night. Okay, Simba just got brushed too. Look at all that fur coming off of Simba. Actually, he still wants me to brush him. He's purring away. Simba, you're purring? Oh, you want me to do your tummy? Okay, I'll do your tummy. Okay, switch hands, right? Switch hands. Can you hear him purring? There's feathers all over down here. I don't know what that toy was. Whatever that feather toy was, it got destroyed. Right, Simba? Yep, I know you like that. Okay, enough? Okay. Look at all that fur. Look at all that fur, Simba. Okay. Now let's brush Stella. Stella's hanging out in the bed. Hello, Stella. I know you like this little blue bed. She's gonna go in her truck. Yep. Stella loves her truck. Stella, you like your truck? I think Stella is starting to enjoy being brushed more than she did in the past. I mean, she still doesn't like it as much as Boo or Simba, but she tolerates it more now. Right, Stella? You tolerate it more? Not that much fur yet. Come on, Stella. What's the matter? You look so pretty, Stella. You look so pretty when I brush you. Okay, we done? Okay. Okay, so they're all getting their little dishes of crunchies. There's Stella's crunchies on her little pink can cover. Simba has the orange one. And Splash has the white one. I gave Splash about twice as many crunchies as I gave to Stella and Simba. Stella and Simba probably got like a tablespoon each, and Splash got 2. Just because I feel like he doesn't eat as much food as the other ones do. Good boy, Splashy. Right now it's 1:03 a.m. I'm just about to go to bed, but I'm just sneaking some crunchies to Splash. This is what he does. He hangs out around here, and I was in the kitchen, and then I said, Splash, you want some crunchies? And then he meows at me, and then he hangs out here, so I just gave him some crunchies on one of these little can covers. So, hopefully he'll eat them. Splash, you want them? Splash. Splash likes it when I whisper. Okay, Splash. Okay, eat your crunchies. I'm going to bed. I'll see you later, Splash. Good night, Splash. Hey, eat your crunchies. Good morning, Stella. I just got out of the shower, and Stella is giving me her seal of approval. Stella loves this soap, right? Stella, you love frankincense and myrrh soap, right? Yep. Stella says she owns my legs because they smell so nice from the soap. Right, Stella? She sees birds flying outside the windows. Hello, Stella. I forgot to defrost raw food for the cats last night, so right now I have some laid out here on this aluminum pan to defrost faster. It's just about ready to be served. See? Simba backs away. Simba backs away. Boo, come here. You be nice to Simba. You be nice to Simba. You gonna be nice to Simba? Are you? Good morning, Boo. Be nice. Be nice boy. So I'm preparing breakfast for the cats, and I just sprinkled a little bit of crunchies on their breakfast. And Boo's here, and Stella's here, and Simba's here, and Splash is not too far away. Hello, Boo. Boo does anything for crunchies, right? There's all 4 cats. You guys ready for breakfast? Okay, so the cats were doing really good together, and then Stella knocked over the camera. I have this GoPro on a tripod, and I guess Stella got really excited to eat, and she rubbed up against it and knocked the whole thing over. And that scared all the cats, and Splash went running to the other side of the room, and Boo went running up the stairs. So right now, Stella's eating. Simba is just about to join her. Maybe not. I had to give Boo his food halfway up the steps because he got afraid of the camera. And there's Splash. Splash was spooked by the whole thing also. Okay, I have no idea what's up with Splash, but he just walked all the way up to Boo, and it looked like he was going to eat off of Boo's plate with Boo, but then he just smelled it and backed down. So this is the Canon G7X that dropped on the floor several days ago and stopped working. I was able to get it working again. I thought it was just that the memory card had, came out or gotten loose, and when I took out the battery and the memory card and put them back in, the camera started to work again. But it seems that it is only working to take videos. When I try to take any kind of still photo with this, the camera does not work. It's really weird. So based on that, it looks like I really don't trust using this camera anymore. I really can't use this camera anymore because it does not take still images, and this camera will be retired. I did buy another Canon G7X Mark II from Best Buy the other day because they had the last one, and I got the last one that they had in stock. So I do have a replacement, and it's kind of sad because these are expensive cameras, but I would say this one lasted me, I think I got it in February of last year. So it lasted me about 15 months. And the reason why it stopped working is because it has been dropped multiple times. I wish they made these cameras a little bit better. I mean, it's not like it was dropped from, 20 feet or anything. It was only dropped from like a tabletop height, which is only usually like 3 feet. So that's usually how all of my cameras end up dying, because somehow they get dropped. And so, yeah, it's time to bid farewell to this Canon G7X Mark II. Okay, this is really gross. But it's like 5:25 p.m. I just got home and I was going to check my mailbox in front of the house. And I just found this. It looks like a puddle of vomit. It could be diarrhea. I don't know. It's hard to say. And I don't think it's from Boo from today because he really did not eat his breakfast. So maybe it's from last night. It could be any of the cats. And it doesn't smell. There's no smell. And there's a whole bunch of ants around it, which is gross. And I found this Ecologic ant and roach killer that is safe around children and pets. And I used this last year near the back door. And it's made out of like lemongrass and essential oils and stuff, and it really worked well. So I'm going to spray this down to get the ants, and then I'm going to clean everything up. And yeah, I'm going to have to check the security camera. Not that it's going to tell me anything, because the security camera does not show this part of the room. But yeah, this is so not fun, and I don't know who did this. Okay, everything has been cleaned up, and this is what I used on it. This is Ecologic Ant and Roach Killer. It says it kills by contact, made with lemongrass oil. Also kills spiders, crickets, and other listed insects. And it's safe around children and pets. And it smells really good. It almost has like a citronella type smell. It says use as a spot treatment indoors, along and behind baseboards, around and beneath appliances, beneath and behind sinks. Kills ants, cockroaches, and other insects as listed. Safe around children and pets. Made with a naturally derived botanical oil. Tested to ensure effectiveness. It says it causes moderate eye irritation. Avoid contact with eyes or clothing. Wash thoroughly with soap and water after handling and before eating, drinking, chewing gum, or using the toilet. So I used this near the back door last year. When there were some ants coming in the back door, and since there were ants around this vomit today, I just used it around the vomit, and then I used it almost like a floor cleaner. So right now everything has been cleaned up, and if I had to choose a cat who did this, I would say it's either Boo or Splash. I think it might be Boo, because I did mention that I was putting the parasite drops in their food. And I feel like he was never tested for worms as thoroughly as the other cats were when they went to the vet. So there is the potential that he might have some kind of worms, and that when he gets the parasite drops, it could be affecting him and making him vomit worms up, or the worm pieces. I mean, I looked through that vomit. I didn't see any whole worms. There could have been tapeworm pieces. There could have been, I mean, there were some pieces that almost looked like pieces of oatmeal. Usually tapeworm looks more like rice though, and that, if anything, looked more like oatmeal pieces, which was kind of weird. It could also have been part of the food that he gets, because there is, you know, some fat in the food, could be like little fatty pieces. My other suspect would be Splash, because I have seen Splash hanging out in this area more than the other cats. So right now it's a toss-up between Splash and Boo. And Splash has been, you know, hanging out in the round cat bed more often than not. So it's either one of those. So this is the primal raw venison nugget. And that thing that I just picked out of it, that's like what I saw in the vomit. So it makes me think that the vomit was a combination of the primal raw nuggets and also the instinct nuggets. So maybe the vomit happened after dinner last night. It could be. Okay, well, here we have all 4 cats. And somebody was growling. I don't know who. But Boo does not like how Splash is looking at him right now. Boo just said, "You better back off, buddy. Who do you think you are?" Right, Boo? Ready to eat? So because of the vomit, Boo's only getting 1 nugget. And the cats are getting 2 nuggets. They're getting the instinct raw bites. And I'm saving one of the other nuggets for Boo. So Boo will only get 2 nuggets since he didn't eat his instinct raw bites for breakfast. Now, I don't know what you guys saw or what you didn't see, because I do have a GoPro running right now, but it looked like Splash actually hit Boo. Splash, like, you know, swatted at Boo. I was like, what is that about? Splash is trying to exert some kind of dominance over Boo? That's like the weirdest thing. Splash is afraid of everything, unless he's, you know, trying to show his dad, look, I'm not afraid of you. Unless he's also warning Boo, you know, don't mess with my brother, because Boo has not been nice to Simba lately. But anyway, right now they're all eating. What's the matter, Boo? What's the matter, Boo? Don't you want to be a nice boy? You don't want me to touch your paws? He's getting mad. It is 12:50 a.m. And I'm coming downstairs to give the cats their nightly crunchies. Stella's hanging out in her little blue bed, and Splash just gave her a kiss. Stella loves the bed. She loves it. Splash likes the arch. All three of the blue beds are down here right now because they really like laying in them. Stella likes that one. Simba likes the one in the middle. Splash likes the other one. Okay, I just gave them some crunchies on these little caps. And that's Stella's cap full of crunchies. And of course Simba's eating it. I also put some crunchies in this crunchy board, and they haven't had it in here in a while because of the ant situation, but I feel like the ant situation has calmed down, at least down here. Today there were ants by the front door where the vomit was, but down here there really hasn't been many, and so they're gonna get this as a treat. 9 a.m. Good morning, Boo. Good morning, Stella. We'll eat in a few minutes, okay? You be good, girl. The cats are eating on their royal platter of peace today. It's a big platter. There's plenty of room for Boo to join them on this platter, but he doesn't want to come all the way down the steps. Boo's eating about halfway up the steps today. Hello, Splash. You can eat. You just want to guard? You want to guard the cats? You don't want to eat? You say, I'll eat later. Okay, you guys just missed it. So Simba was standing right there, and Boo walked up to Simba. He walked up to Simba and he smelled his nose, gave Simba a little kiss, and then as soon as Simba smelled Boo, his ears went to the side, he backed up, and he made a meowing noise. So he was not happy at all. So Simba jumped onto the top of the cat tower. And Boo is hanging out here on the rug. But Boo needs to realize that if he's mean to the other cats, they're not going to want to be around him. And if he wants to play with them, he has to be nice to them because they're not going to want to play with him if he's mean to them. Right now, Simba doesn't want anything to do with Boo. And Simba used to love Boo. It's just a few weeks ago, Simba really loved Boo so much that he was rubbing up all against Boo, and then Boo beat him up. And then it was just a little while after that Simba was sitting in the cat tower minding his own business, and Boo had to jump up on the chair next to him and again attack him for no reason. I don't know exactly what happened. I just remember hearing Simba scream. So, Boo, if you're upset that nobody wants to be with you and no one wants to play with you, that's why. It's because you need to be nice to the cats. Look at this. Okay, so Stella walked into my room and she's eyeing the cat tower like she wants to jump to the top. But Boo followed her in the room and Boo's just looking at her. Boo's sitting maybe 5 feet away from her and looking at her and looking at her, and she's been hissing at him because she feels cornered. And it's going to be interesting to see what she's going to do because Boo is now laying down and blocking her way out of the room. Stella jumped on the bed. Okay, Stella, it's okay. Boo left the room. He left. He knows you don't like him. He knows you don't like him. Okay, we just had a fight on the cat tower. Here's Boo. What he did was he ran into the room like a maniac and he jumped up the cat tower to the middle section, got on his hind legs and started swatting at Stella. And then she started swatting at him. And the next thing you know, there's a bunch of fur flying. Boo, I told you that the cats are not going to want to play with you if you keep being mean to them. You are the one that instigated that. Stella was so peaceful on top of that cat tower, and you had to jump up there and hit her. Why did you hit her, Boo? Boo. Look at me, Boo. Boo, look at me. Boo, look me in the eye. Boo, why did you hit Stella? Why? Why did you swat at her? Because she doesn't want to play with you? Boo, they don't want to play with you because you play rough. You got to learn to play gentle, okay? Boo, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? You have to learn how to play gentle. They'll play with you, but you have to play gentle. Do you know what gentle means? Gentle means you have to be nice. You have to be delicate. You have to be soft, okay? You don't be rough. Be nice and friendly and soft to them. Don't be rough. I know you like playing rough, Boo. But they don't like playing rough. They're not thugs like you, Boo. You have to be nice and gentle to the cats, okay? Be nice and gentle. Be gentle and then they'll play with you and then they'll hang out with you. And then you could spend more time with them, okay? It's 5:45 p.m. I just got home and I just took some raw food out for the cats to have for dinner because I forgot to put it out before. And Stella came out to get some pets. Hello, Stella. Stella's very furry. Simba's hanging out by the back door. He likes looking outside. Hello, Stella. How are you, Stella? You a good girl? It's 7:30 p.m. Stella's been relaxing by the back door. She likes to look out the window. Hydrox has been outside. I went for a walk before. When I came back, he was laying in the driveway. Then he moved over to the bushes. We'll eat soon, Stella. They had a late breakfast, so they'll have a later dinner. Right now, it is a little after 8 p.m. Maybe it's like 8:15. There's Hydrox. He's on the patio. Here you go, Hydrox. Want some food? I just picked some fresh catnip leaves for the cats. They will each get 1 leaf. I think I'll give this to them as an appetizer. I just rinsed off these leaves. They look really good. Okay, here's Boo's catnip. You want it? It's probably dangerous for me to just hold it and give it to him that way. You don't want it? You don't want it? You don't like it? Boo, you don't like catnip? Here. Okay, I just left it there for him. Okay, I'm downstairs with the cats. Who wants catnip? Want catnip? Stella says she wants catnip. Okay, Stella, you could have that one. There you go. Here you go, Splashy. You want one? Pick one. Want it? Pick it. You like it. Chew it. Stella ate hers. Wow, she ate hers fast. Nope, you can't have Simba's. You had yours. There you go, Splashy. You could have it. You could have it. It's good for you. Eat it. I actually feel better giving them a fresh catnip leaf than I do a meaty stick. Yep, there goes Simba. He just took a flying leap off of the... Simba! So what I was saying is that I actually feel better giving them a catnip leaf than a meaty stick. Because catnip is an herb and is going to have all kinds of really great things in it for the cats. Herbs are also usually very alkalizing to their system. Eat it, Simba. Don't play with it. Eat it. Okay, I put it down because he was getting too excited. Okay, so now they've all had cat. Oh, no, he didn't eat it yet. I know the lighting's a little weird right now. Stella. Stella said she wants the catnip. Stella, this is not your Mother's Day present, okay? This is not Mother's Day. This is just Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Did you eat it? You're still eating it? Chew it. Chew it good. That's a feather. Don't eat the feather. That's not catnip. Did you eat your catnip? Good boy. Good boy. Okay, the cats are getting their dinner. They're getting the Nature's Variety Instinct raw chicken bites. They're getting one of the primal raw venison nuggets each. And the venison nuggets are totally not defrosted yet. Like, I stuck my finger in there to test it and they're just like still ice cold. So I poured some hot water on those, but hopefully they won't eat them yet. I'm just going to give them their food now. They'll hopefully take a few bites and leave the rest for a little while later until it thaws out. But they're eagerly anticipating their dinner, right, Splashy? Okay. There we go. There you go, Stella. You could test it out. There's Simba. Splash is watching. Okay, so this is Boo's plate. His food is not as cold as the other cats, but he has his primal raw venison nugget, his chicken bites, and I put his catnip leaf on the side because he didn't eat it. Right now it's 11:35 p.m. All the cats are on free roam. Boo's upstairs. Stella and Simba are downstairs. And Splash came upstairs. And Splash has been very aggressive toward Boo. I've never seen Splash so aggressive toward anyone before. It's about 12:30 a.m. Good night, Stella. What's going on here? Why are you fighting? There's room for everybody on the bed. What happened? What happened? There was just a cat fight on the bed. And then they ran off the bed. And now they're back on the bed. But I don't understand why. Why are you guys fighting? 9:30 a.m. Good morning, Stella. Stella's been fighting with Simba. They woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning because they were fighting. I think one of them had a bad dream and then woke up and didn't recognize the other one because it was like they didn't even know each other. Right, Stella? Good morning, Boo. What are you looking at? Who's outside the window? I went to say good morning to Splash and Simba and they ran down the stairs. Everyone wants breakfast. This morning they're eating their breakfast on the royal platter of peace. It's a big platter and it would easily fit all 4 cats. Boo's on the steps, but he doesn't want to come down. And Splash is a few feet away watching guard. I just put Boo's food like in the middle of the stairs. I don't know what's going on with Boo today. He's acting kind of spooky. Like he's spooked. Oh, look at this. He spilled his food and he's not going to eat it. You don't want to eat your food, Boo? Want to eat upstairs? So I am just moving Boo's food to his room. And the other cats are all downstairs, so they're going to be downstairs for a little while. They were on free roam all night, so Boo's on free roam now. They'll be downstairs probably throughout the afternoon. I have to get moving. I slept late today because I feel like I'm still catching up on sleep from my trips. Right now it is about 12:30 p.m. and I'm finishing up at home and just about to go off to my office. And I just gave the cats downstairs some crunchies. And I just put maybe half of a tablespoon of crunchies on Boo's food. He ate half of his breakfast and he left the other half. And today I found out that while I was away, Boo was getting crunchies on his food, which I'm not happy with because he's supposed to get crunchies between meals. But the cat sitter thought it was okay to give him crunchies on his food. And that would explain why now he's not eating until I put crunchies on his food. So he's going to have to break himself of that habit. So like I gave him breakfast. I did not give him crunchies on his breakfast. I gave him 2 little bench and field treats. That was it. He ate half of it. Then he left the other half. Now I just put some crunchies on it. Now he's eating the other half. Is it a big deal? No, but I don't want him getting into the habit of rejecting, the good raw food for crunchies, which, in my opinion, are not as good as the raw food for many reasons. So it looks like right now he is finishing his breakfast. There is a new container of oat grass growing for the cats. I planted this about 3 days ago, and I used the Cocoa Core growing medium. And it's growing nicely, so I just put this up by the window so we could get some sun. And this is the small container of wheatgrass that I planted at the same time as the oat grass. And this is growing nicely also. And this one I plan on using for human consumption. So yeah, we'll see how these grow. Right now it's 9:20 p.m. I just got back and I let all of the cats out from wherever they were. Stella, Splash, and Simba were downstairs, Boo's upstairs, and Stella and Splash were right here looking out the window. I'm like, what are they looking at? Well, it ends up they're looking at Hydrox. Hello, Hydrox. And that is a really, really weird reflection on this window. Okay, so since Hydrox is there, I am going to go give Hydrox some food, then I'll feed the inside cats. All right, Hydrox, want some food? Okay, so I just went inside and Hydrox is eating his food. See what he does? This is what Hydrox does. He wanted food. I gave him food. He probably took like 3 bites of it and he walked off. Now that is not a starving feral cat. If Hydrox was a starving feral cat, he would have ate the food because that's really good canned food. Instead, he turned up his nose and walked away. I don't know what was going on between Splash and Stella, but he was just standing on his hind legs. I don't know if she was trying to hit him or he was trying to hit her or what. Okay, guys, ready for dinner? Okay, so right now it is 12:45 a.m. I am in the living room and I just found this. I don't know what this is. I don't know how long this has been here. I don't remember seeing this. To me, this is the first time I'm noticing this. It looks like maybe like a hairball. Or, I mean, it's just like a lot of hair here. and it's dried right now, so it looks like maybe it was spit up. I could be totally wrong. But these things, to me, they look like worms, like dried worms, which would make me think this has been sitting here maybe all day. And who was on free roam today? Boo was on free roam today, so maybe this is from Boo. I don't know. I have to check the security camera, see if the security camera shows anything. These might not be worms. These could be something else. I don't know. To me, they look like worms. This looks like potentially like part of a hairball or something that was thrown up. I don't know what the heck this is. I'm going to clean it up. And the cats have been on the parasite tincture, the herbal tincture for parasites. And I did say the other day that maybe that vomit might have had some worm pieces in it, but I just don't feel like dealing with this right now. But I have to clean it up. Okay, so because I found what looks like worms in what looks like some fur that was spit up, it does not look like a full hairball at all. It looks like a clump of fur, and it doesn't look like fur that's just been brushed off. And the fact that there are what looks like 2 worms on it makes me think maybe it was spit up and maybe one of the cats has worms. And I will have to do more research on the security footage to see if I could see anything on the security footage. But that being said, as a precautionary measure, I am going to continue to give the cats these parasite tinctures, and this is what I use. So on the left we have the Parasite G glycerin. That's what I give to the cats. It does not have alcohol. It's not an alcohol tincture. It's not as strong as the alcohol tincture, but it's better for cats because it's made with glycerin instead of alcohol. On the right-hand side, that's a standard herbal tincture made with alcohol, and that's Parasite G. So these are the same formulas, Parasite G. The G stands for general parasites, as in the big boys, as in anything that you could see with the naked eye that looks like a worm. There's also another formula called Parasite M, which is for microorganisms, and that would be things you might not necessarily be able to see with the naked eye. Sometimes you could, but more for yeasts and fungus and bacteria and that kind of stuff. Anyway, I know this formula is very effective. I use it on animals. I've also used it on humans, including myself. It is suggested for anyone who has ever eaten sushi, anyone who has ever eaten any kind of raw fish or fish roe, or rare meat, or anyone who's done a lot of traveling, or anyone who's lived in major cities. I think one of the biggest myths we're told is that parasites are only something that you'll find in third world countries. The reality is that they are everywhere, and I would say 3 out of 4 people do have some kind of parasites in their system, and general practitioners don't know anything about that. But for people that do decide to do a parasite cleanse, they will be shocked by what they see coming out of their body. So that being said, that's how I know that these are very effective formulas. I've seen some scary stuff. And I will continue to give these to the cats. The general course of treatment is for like 1 bottle. Usually it's like 3 to 4 weeks, and then take like a month off and then go back on it, and that usually clears out everything. And so for the cats, the serving size is 1 drop per 7 pounds of body weight, and that's an estimate. So since these cats are 13 to 15 pounds, they would get 2 drops twice a day. Now, I have not been giving them 2 drops twice a day, but I think I'm going to start, or I'm going to try to get as close to that as possible. And the way that I have been administering herbal tinctures is 1 drop on a bench and field treat, because the bench and field treats are big enough to hold a drop of liquid easily, and the cats like them so much that they eat them. Well, I think it might be Boo. I am going to give him 2 bench and field treats right now with the parasite glycerin on them. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Stella was laying in her blue bed. Simba's laying in his blue bed, and there's Splash. And I really wanted to play with the cats tonight, but I've had absolutely no time to do that because I got home late, and then I spent time editing tonight's video. See, if I didn't have to edit a video and upload a video to YouTube, I would have a lot more time to play with the cats. And then I found what looked like hair vomit with worms in the living room, and I had to clean that up. And then after I cleaned it up, I had to watch all of the security camera footage from today in that room and see if I could see one of the cats potentially vomiting up a hairball. And I did, and it looked like Boo did it, which was what I had figured all along based on what I knew about Boo and the cats. And then after that, I had to do an inventory of all of my herbs. And then I just placed an order for some refills. So, yeah, now it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'd like to go to bed. It's actually after 2. It's about 2:10. I'd like to get some sleep. So before I go to sleep, I'm going to leave the cats with some crunchies because I'm probably going to end up sleeping later tomorrow. And they'll have a later breakfast. Time to get brushed. Come on. Brushing you, then we're going to bed. Brushing you, then it's time for bed. Because it's late. I'll probably end up being up until about 3 a.m. Then if I get 6 hours of sleep, I'll wake up at 9. So let's hope I can get 6 hours of sleep. Boo's happy. Boo's a happy boy. He's happy when he gets brushed. Happy boy. Okay, Boo. Okay, got a lot of fur. Look at all that fur. Good boy, Boo. You're a good boy. Okay. Okay, now it's time for bed. It's late. Today for breakfast, Boo is getting his favorite Primal Raw Rabbit nugget. I bought the dog food nuggets last night. I went to the one store around here that carries them, and they don't have the cat ones. But I got him the dog ones because the dog ones are the same as the cat ones, except they have more vegetable matter, more greens, and they don't have the addition of taurine. But because these cats get other foods and they get these bench and field treats that are full of vitamins and minerals, I don't mind. And what I'm hoping is that the additional greens help move the worms through Boo's system. They'll either help him expel them, like vomiting, or they'll just help them pass through the digestive tract. Good morning, Stella and Simba. Good morning, Splash. Look what's going on down here. They knocked this tree thing over. I wonder why. The other cats are getting the same thing as Boo, but they're getting one each of the Primal Raw Rabbit Nuggets for dogs, and they're getting the Nature's Variety Instinct Raw Chicken Bites for cats. Last night when I went to buy those rabbit nuggets, the store that I went to usually has the 3.5 pound bag of the Nature's Variety Instinct Chicken Bites, and they didn't have it in the freezer anymore. So I couldn't buy it. I was going to buy it, but they didn't have it, and I'm not a fan of the smaller bags. So I'm hoping they get it back in. If not, then they just lost my business. So hopefully another store near me will carry it, or will be able to special order it for me. We'll see how it goes. It should not be this hard to purchase raw food for cats, or, the raw food for cats that I want to purchase. It would be much easier if I only had like one cat or even two cats, but because there's 4 cats and, it's a bigger amount of food, it makes it more challenging. They love those rabbit nuggets so much. Look, they ate the whole thing. They ate 2 of them. They just went straight for those nuggets and they ate them. And there's that one left. Those nuggets did each have one of the parasite drops on them. Problem with these cats is there's really no way to know who just ate the parasite drop and who didn't. So I might give them supplemental drops on a bench and field treat. But I know Stella won't eat them. If I try to put drops on a treat for Stella, she won't eat them. So while I was away, Simba got lots of good rest, and I have not seen him limping at all. Nobody has seen Simba limping at all in quite some time. So he appears to be all well now. I don't want to jinx anything, but he's been running around and jumping, and he's been doing really good. And here's Stella. She's hanging out on top of the cat tower today. She looks so comfortable. Hello, Stella. Ever since I moved this cat tower into this room, all of a sudden the cats love hanging out in this room. Also, Simba likes this room because, he feels special. He feels like this is his special place because I kept him in here to heal his leg. Simba says, I'm posing for the camera. Simba, do you remember when you were a little kitten and you beat up the camera? Do you remember beating up the camera? You liked to beat up the camera when you were a little kitten. Look how floofy Simba is. Simba is so floofy. And here's Splash. He's hanging out in the cat tower in the living room. Splash has been very concerned about Boo lately. And now things are starting to make sense. So when that vomit was near the front door, like the night before is when Splash approached Boo on the sofa and is like, are you okay? What are you doing? And so maybe Splash knew something based on the vomit. I don't know. Also on the security footage, it looks like Splash was concerned with the hairball thing that was vomited on the rug. And he's just been really concerned about Boo lately. So I think cats know things that we don't know. Cats are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. There's a lot of nonverbal communication that goes on between cats. Right now, Boo's getting his second nugget. I'm going to put a bunch more water on that plate. Needs to drink more water. He'll enjoy that nugget. So today, Boo is going to be resting in his room. Now that he's on more of these parasite drops, he needs to really kind of relax a bit and let them do their job. Okay? Okay, it's 9 p.m. I just got home, and I think this camera is down for the count. Somehow it's been working all week just to film video, and all of a sudden it doesn't even want to do that. Like, I can't even get the lens to close. So I think it's gonna be time to retire this camera. This is the Canon G7X Mark II. I've had it for about a year and 3 months. So it did not last all that long, but at the same time, I used it every single day, like every single day. So, yeah. Hello, Simba. It's about 9 p.m. I just got home. I'm gonna let Boo out of his room, and then I'm gonna feed the cats. But first, I'm gonna walk around and do a vomit check. Boo's getting his parasite herbs. He has 2 bench and field treats. Each one has a drop of the herbs on top. Boo would not eat the bench and field treats, so I put a little bit of crunchies on that can cover. Hopefully he'll eat everything. Looks like he did. Good boy, Boo. Good boy, Boo. Okay, now I know he got his dosage. Boo just came downstairs, and for a few seconds, like, all 4 cats were standing there together in a square until Stella hissed at Boo. Boo came downstairs and he's with the other cats. Splash has been smelling his butt, so I've been kind of expecting Boo to turn around and beat up Splash, but he's been tolerating it pretty. Stella? Stella, that was completely uncalled for. That was completely uncalled for. Do you hear me? Boo? You're okay. You're okay, Boo. You're okay. Don't let her be mean. She's a mean girl, okay? Okay, Boo, she's a mean girl. She thinks she's the queen. Splash is upset that Boo got hit. You're okay, Boo. What's the matter with you, Stella? What's the matter with you that you can't be nice to Boo? Huh? Why can't you be nice to Boo? I'm not petting you now. No pets for Stella. No pets for Stella because she was mean to Boo. No pets for Stella because she was mean to Boo. I just gave Boo his food on the step. Tonight it is a venison nugget, and then he'll get his instinct raw bites after that. The cats are having venison nuggets, instinct raw bites. Actually, Boo and the cats are having a little dried minnow dust sprinkled over their food. I know that sounds gross, but they did have a bag of the dried minnow treats, and we're at the bottom of the bag, so I'm just sprinkling the dust over their food. They like that, and they're also getting parasite drops, 1 on each of the primal raw nuggets. What's going on? Come on. What are you guys doing? Stella and Splash both went downstairs. And then Boo is halfway down the steps. And Simba wants to go down, but he doesn't want to pass Boo. He doesn't want Boo to attack him. You hear him growling. Come on, Boo, you're a good boy. Come on up. You wanna come up? Who wants to come upstairs? Come on, Simba. Come on. Come on up. Right now it is 12:30 a.m. I'm going to play with the cats for a little bit before I go to bed. When Boo was living outside and I used to play with him like with these toys, he used to run around and jump around and like he was always crazy. And you know, it's funny because once they're inside and then they get like really comfortable, and then when they want to play, this is what they do when they play. They just like lay down on the toys. Come on, Boo, let's play. Uh-oh, there's Simba. Come on, Boo. We don't play by attacking other cats. We play by attacking toys. Oops, sorry. So it ends up Boo's just bored with the toys. I think that's why they just want to sit on them. When they're bored with them, they just want to sit on them. Okay, I just heard Simba make a noise I have never heard him make before. So he's sitting up here and Boo's been like watching this hamster in the wheel on the ground. And then all of a sudden Boo jumps up here and he like approaches Simba and Simba made a noise. It sounded like an old-fashioned police car or like an old-fashioned siren. Like it was this weird noise and I was like, I didn't even know where it was coming from. It was bizarre. And then I realized, oh my gosh, it's coming from Simba. And I guess he was just like really telling Boo like, don't even think about attacking me. And then Boo backed off. And Boo's in the scratch and roll right now. Good boy, Simba. You're a good boy. Good boy for standing up to Boo. Simba doesn't like having to be mean to other cats, but sometimes you just gotta let them know what the boundaries are, right, Simba? I'm just about to give Boo his nighttime crunchies in the Kong tip and treat. And check this out. Boo knows how to sit. Boo, sit! Sit! Good boy. Okay, enjoy your crunchies, Boo, and have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, Stella. Good morning, Simba. They were both on free roam all night, and they were on my bed this morning, and I got to sleep late. And now they're looking for breakfast, right? But first, Boo is getting his herbs on the veg field treats. Boo was in his room overnight and someone was outside of the gate this morning, really kind of growling and making noises at him. I think it might have been Simba. Eat the treat, Boo. Eat the treat. You could eat it. Boo just got his 2 drops on bench and field treats. He only ate 1 treat and then he left the other treat. But if I put like a few little crunchies on it, then he eats the crunchies in the bench and field treat. Simba had 2 bench and field treats with 2 drops of herbs and he ate them all, no problem. Stella would not eat bench and field treats. I tried giving her 1 and then I gave it to Simba. So they each had 1 each first, but Stella would not eat hers, so I gave it to Simba, so he had the 2. So what I did for Stella was I put the chicken squeeze up on here, like a little bit of the chicken squeeze up, maybe like a teaspoon, and I put 2 of the drops on that, and Stella licked it all up. So those squeeze ups work really great for giving cats like liquid medicine, or I would think any kind of medicine if you just put it in the squeeze up kind of paste. For breakfast, the cats are getting their Nature's Variety Instinct raw chicken bites, the Primal raw rabbit dog food nuggets. They're getting water on there, and they're also getting some minnow dust sprinkled on top. I still have some remnants in the bottom of the bag of dried minnow treats. I really like that. It adds a little bit of fishy flavor to their food. So the 3 of them are eating here, and Boo is eating on the 4th step. So Simba was nasty to Boo today. I mean, when I say nasty, I mean just like growling at Boo. And Stella swatted at Boo today. And they do that to give Boo a warning, saying, you know, don't think you're going to attack me, or, you know, don't think you're going to be mean to me. So it's a good thing. It's, you know, keeping Boo in his place. And he's learning how to interact with them. He has come a long way from several months ago where he was jumping on the cats. So now, when he looks like he's going to jump on the cat, he jumps near them. He doesn't jump on them. So that's been a good thing so far. The only cat that he's been aggressive with or trying to attack is Simba. And that's sad because Simba really wanted to be his friend and Simba really liked Boo. But not anymore. They need to work things out. They're really gobbling up this food. So the only one who hasn't had any parasite drops today is Splash. And I think maybe if I use the squeeze up, I might be able to get him to eat it. But Splash has never even tasted a squeeze up yet because he was afraid of it. It's just a question of getting Splash alone, which is hard to do. I guess Splash is done. He just ran up the stairs behind Boo. It's 11:15 a.m. and I'm playing with the cats. Boo's here. And Stella's there. Stella has not been happy. Stella has not been happy, but she needs to get used to Boo. Boo just wants to play. But Boo's favorite way of playing these days is just laying on the toys. Like he just wants to lay on them, hold them. See, Boo just grabbed that toy and he doesn't want to let it go. He says, it's mine. Stella can't have it. And Stella just wants to sit there and glare at Boo. See? She doesn't want to play. Normally she'd want to play with anything that goes under the scratching off. Simba's in the cat tower by the window. Hello, Splash. Something weird just happened with Splash and Boo a little while ago. It was in Boo's room. All of a sudden, Boo went nuts and his tail got all big. I have to check the security camera to see what happened. All 4 cats together in the room. And the weather forecast for today was completely wrong. Today was supposed to be cloudy and rainy and like a washout. And right now it's sunny and beautiful. Okay, so what was 2 cats peacefully laying on the bed near each other evolved into Boo jumping down from the bed and then Stella getting mad and growling at him and hissing at him, and every time I told her not to do that, she would just growl and hiss more, and then Boo eventually left the room. Stella, you need to be nice to Boo. Accept Boo. Accept Boo. He's part of your family, okay, Stella? It's the 4 of you. It's you, Boo, Simba, and Splash, okay? Stella, are you a mean girl? You're a mean girl. Stella, why are you such a mean girl? Why are you a mean girl? Stella, you're too pretty to be a mean girl. Why are you so mean? Why are you so mean to Boo, huh? Look at Stella's paw. Look. Look at the little pads on her paw. Look, one is pink, and the 3 other ones are black. It's like Stella's a girl, and Boo, Splash, and Simba are the boys. Her paw's half and half. Her paw is part pink and part black. This is what Stella's other paw looks like. It also has the 1 pink toe, and the rest is black. So Stella has 1 pink toe on both of her front paws. It's 1:45 p.m. and Boo's in the cat tower in the living room. Stella and Simba are crashed out on the bed. Unfortunately, this camera does not zoom out any farther, but it's hilarious. There's Stella. And there's Simba. They're so silly. So today I get the pleasure of cleaning out all of the litter boxes, and this is the litter that I bought at Petco a couple days ago. This is the Dr. Elsey's Ultra, the litter cats love, and the cats really do love this litter. Ever since I switched them over to it, when I try to use any other type of litter in any of the litter boxes, they like don't use those litter boxes. So I got this bag. This is a 40-pound bag. Normally I'll buy the boxes, and this is what the box looks like, and I think this is like a 20-pound box, but the larger 40-pound bag was less than twice the cost of this. So this is 20 pounds, and let's say this costs about $13 a box. That would make 40 pounds $26, but I got this for $16. So it was a really good discount. And look, it says free orange collar inside. Not that these cats like wearing collars, but anytime there's a free prize inside, I like that. So okay, the first litter box is done. This is like a multi-part cleaning process. So the first thing I did was take this outside and dump the entire contents into like a large black garbage bag and dispose of it. And then I took the hose and sprayed out this entire box. And then I grabbed a sponge and some dish soap and really scrubbed this out, rinsed it all really well. And then I took an alcohol spray that I made from grain alcohol and a little bit of water because you want the concentration to be at least 70% alcohol. And I sprayed down this entire box and I let it dry in the sun. The reason why I use the alcohol is because alcohol is effective in killing parasites and parasite eggs and anything parasite related. So that's why I use that on the inside of this box, and I let it dry in the sun. So in addition, I got the UV rays. So hopefully it should be very well sanitized. This is the orange collar that was in the cat litter. It says orange is in for indoor cats, and Stella has to come and check it out. It's an orange collar. It says drelseys.com on it. It looks like that's cat-shaped clasp, and it's cute. It says less than 5% of missing indoor cats are reunited with their owners. Dr. Elsey's wants to change that. Orange collars signify an indoor cat is outside when it shouldn't be. To increase a cat's odds of being reunited with their family, we've included an orange breakaway collar in your bag of Ultra cat litter. Write your cat's name and your phone number on the collar. Have extra collars? Give one to a friend or donate them to a shelter. For more information, please visit drelseys.com/orange inside. That's interesting. I had no idea that an orange collar signified an indoor cat, because then that would mean like every indoor cat would wear an orange collar, and I don't know if that's going to happen. I would think if you see a cat outside with any kind of collar, it would signify that an indoor cat has gone outside, or that the cat is an indoor-outdoor cat. Anyway, it's cool to have an extra collar. Okay, so I just tried to put the collar on Stella, and for a cat that's so interested in it, she's having none of it. Like, she would not let me put it on her at all. Now, Simba will let me put it on him, but I have to go back out and clean another litter box. I'm not going to leave it on him while I'm outside. Somehow, it is 7:20 p.m. I don't know where today went. It's really scary. But I just came upstairs, and look. Hydrox is laying on the patio. He's just all crashed out on the patio. It is 8 p.m. The oat grass looks like it's ready to give to the cats. The wheatgrass is looking good too. Stella has been following me around all day. All day. Whatever room I'm in, Stella has been in. It's 10:35 p.m. I just came downstairs to check on the cats because I would like to go to bed soon. And Stella's been hanging out with Splash. I don't know where Simba is. There's Simba. He's laying in the bed. They love these blue beds. They have 3 of the blue beds together on the ground. They love these blue beds. And I guess it's cooler for them in these beds than in the round beds on the couch. So today, Stella followed me all around. So last night, Stella slept on the bed. I want to say almost all night. And then this morning, she jumped on the bed again, and she got her pets. And then all day, she's been following me around. Like everywhere that I've gone in the house, she's been hanging out with me. When I was outside, she was waiting for me by the door. So Stella and I had a girls' day, right, Stella? Except we didn't have much spa time. We did relax, right? We relaxed on the bed. Whoop, what's the matter? Too much petting? Too many pets, Stella? So Stella and I had a girls' day. We relaxed, right, Stella? It would have been nice to have more time to relax, but we could do it again. Tonight, Boo's on free roam, so you guys hang out down here, okay? 6:45 a.m. There's a weird sound coming from over here. What are you doing, Simba? I don't know if he's trying to get this little rug under the gate or what. It sounded like someone was digging in a litter box. Guess he wants to come up. It might be because he wants the wheatgrass, because the wheatgrass was near the gate. Something just happened here in the hallway between Splash and Boo. 7:09 a.m. right now. Boo's right around the corner there. He's ready to attack. That's what Splash is looking at. He's watching Boo. Boo's probably gonna run into the room like a madman. For some reason, Boo's idea of playing is attacking cats. I don't know why. Probably because he never really learned how to play correctly. Okay, nobody wants to play. Everyone wants to just sit and look at each other. Okay. Can you see what they did to this undercover mouse? You see all these teeth marks? So this is the part of the undercover mouse that like connects it to the part that rotates. And they have chewed this thing up. And if I had to guess who did it, I would say Simba. But because of that, it comes off much more frequently. Like it has definitely lost a lot of its grip. Right now it is 10:50 p.m. and I am on puke patrol because Boo was by himself today. I don't see any puke. Boo! No puke? I am on puke patrol. Puke patrol. It looks like Boo ate all of his dinner. Good boy, Boo, you ate all of your dinner. Okay, these are the 3 other feeders, and it looks like all 3 feeders went off, and almost all of the dinner was eaten. The only thing left is a few of the freeze-dried raw nuggets. Basically, for dinner, they had the Nature's Variety Instinct freeze-dried raw nuggets, along with maybe like a half a tablespoon of crunchies each. I don't know what just happened, but all I heard was a whole bunch of running upstairs, and Simba just came flying down the steps, and Boo came looking for him. Here's Simba. When he came downstairs, his tail was like huge. I think Boo was chasing him. This is the container of oatgrass that I grew for the cats, and I think this is like the perfect size container for them because they are able to naturally keep it mowed to a good length. Like, I don't know what you could tell right now, but I would say like half of this container has been mowed, and then there's still some taller ones that they can eat, but usually like all of these have been chewed down. There's like a whole bunch that have been chewed down already. Okay, Boo, would you like to be brushed? Want to be brushed right now? Okay. So the plan is to brush Boo for a little while, give him some crunchies, and then put him in his room for the night. And the other cats are on free roam right now. They're free to come upstairs. This is what Boo does. He comes to the brush and then he walks around and then he goes back to the brush. I'm here with the brush and he's brushing himself on the arch. This is what Boo likes to do. Okay, Boo. I know you love it. I know you love it. Okay guys, that was the second time ever I've been able to brush Splash. And the brush still had Boo's hair in it. Stella just got a wobbler with crunchies in it. Simba is working on the feeder mouse. And Splash is working on the snacky mouse. Good night, Simba. Good night, Splash. Good night, Stella. 10:45 a.m. Good morning, Stella. Good morning, Boo. Boo just came out of his room. Boo ate all of his breakfast. I heard the feeder go off this morning, but let's just make sure. Yep, there's nothing in here. He ate it all. He had the freeze-dried raw bites and a little bit of crunchies. Boo, did you like your breakfast? And this is what is going on downstairs for the other cats. It looks like the dispensers dispense breakfast and almost all of it was eaten. There's just some left in the middle one here. What's in here? Yep, this entire thing's eaten. Good job, Stella. Good job. Good morning, Splash. Splash has been watching Boo. Right now it's about 4:45 p.m. and I just got home and there's a police car in front of my house. And I was like, why is there a police car in front of my house? So when I came in, everything was okay, but I saw the dog in the front bushes and the 2 police officers were trying to get the dog in their car. Of course, they were having no luck because they don't really know how to interact with dogs well. So I gave them a meaty stick and then the dog moved. And then I've been giving them pieces of chicken because we made chicken soup last week and I had some chicken drumsticks left over. I don't really eat the chicken and it was just in my refrigerator. So now they're using the chicken to lure the dog into the car. The dog doesn't want to move. The dog's happy just kind of sitting there. But they need to get the dog into the car, and they're going to take the dog to the shelter because there has been complaints of animal abuse where these dogs come from, and animal abuse with these dogs. And while I was away, the cat sitters heard what they thought might be abuse going on with the dogs. They might have even filmed something. So I think it's probably the best thing for someone to investigate what's going on with these dogs. And I believe this one is Pogo. Boo's upset by all this drama. The dog's still outside. They're looking for the other dog now. Okay, Boo. It'll calm down soon. If Stella was upstairs, she'd be in one of these cat towers watching. So it ends up that a woman that lives near me has been giving the dogs food and water because she feels sorry for their dogs because they're dirty and hungry all of the time. Now, I had no idea that was going on. Again, I've been away for a while, so I'm still catching up with things around the neighborhood. She also said that she witnessed one of the men that lives with the dogs. She saw one of the men kick the dog. And so she did report the animal abuse to the SPCA, and they investigated, and they said that the living conditions are fine for the dogs and there's nothing that they can do. But she was told that she should call the police whenever she sees the dogs. The police will pick up the dogs, bring them to the local shelter, and the owners will be notified. The owners then have 7 days to get the dog back. And if they don't get the dog back within 7 days, the dog is put up for adoption. And I don't know if that's what happened to one of the dogs, because right now we only saw the one dog. And the police took the dog away, and they're bringing the dog to the shelter, which means the owners have 7 days to get the dog. If they don't get the dog goes up for adoption, and that's probably the best thing for the dog. Because not only did this neighbor of mine witness the animal abuse, but while the cat sitters were here, they heard what sounded like animal abuse. They heard the owners yelling at the dogs, and then they heard the dog yelping. And to them, it sounded like maybe the dog had been kicked or something. They also saw the owners trying to drag the dog down the street when the dog obviously did not want to go home or move. So that's the drama. It'll be interesting to see what goes on with these dogs, if they come back or if they end up getting adopted out to other families. Once again, they are very friendly dogs. At first, he was afraid of the cops, but once they started feeding him the chicken that I gave them, then the dog got really friendly, and the dog just wanted to hang out. The dog just wanted to hang out in my yard and lay in the grass and feel the breeze and sit in the sun. But, you know, they obviously wanted to take it to the shelter. The dog did not want to go back to its home, and, you know, who could blame the dog if, you know, that's what's going on over there. So that's today's drama. And Boo got a little bit of the leftover chicken, whatever was left. I ended up giving, like, I think I had like 4 drumsticks, and that's what they used to lure the dog across the yard and into the police car. So I had a little tiny bit of chicken left, and Boo ate it. The other cats don't like it. Right now it is 8:39 p.m. and Hydrox was standing on the patio. So I went outside and I gave him half of a can of wet food. And a little while ago, he ate dry food out of the feeder. And there's still that plate there from earlier. The inside cats are waiting to eat. Lick it. This is from the canned food. Right now, Boo is getting his herbs. He gets a little bit of the squeeze up, and then he gets the 2 drops of the herbs, and he gets a bunch of field treat on top. So he should eat everything and lick it all up. Simba's in my room because Boo chased Simba under the bed, and then Simba was under the bed growling and making all kinds of noise. So then I chased Boo out of the room and I shut the door so Simba could relax. So I have to now go out and get Simba out of the room. I'm just waiting for Boo to finish because I don't like disturbing him when, I'm trying to give them supplements. Right now Boo's in the hallway and Simba took a detour around the house to get to the kitchen to go downstairs. These cats are so smart. Okay, right now all 4 cats are eating their food. They're only a few feet away from each other, but they should be hungry. They ate their breakfast at 8 a.m. and it was only freeze-dried raw bites and some crunchies. And then I don't think they really got much snack today. Then they got their little snack this morning with the parasite drops. And that's it, so they should really be hungry. At 10:37 p.m. I'm sitting here editing a video. And Stella's sitting next to me on the couch. Boo is in the cat tower by the window. Splash is in a cat tower in the other room. I could see him from here. I don't know where Simba is. And Boo, I don't know where he is right now either. I have Stella to my left and Boo to my right. There's Stella. There's Boo. Who's gonna attack the toy first? Who's gonna do it? Is it gonna be Stella or is it gonna be Boo? It was Boo. Okay, now Simba and Splash have suddenly appeared. So here's Boo. Here's Stella. There's Splash. And there's Simba. They're sitting in a rectangle. We're gonna play? Okay. Stella is slightly growling at Boo because Boo walked over here. Okay, come on. Come on, you're sitting on the toy. Stella's in a scratch and roll. Boo's in a scratch and roll. And I'm thinking I should bring the other 2 scratch and rolls upstairs, because then Splash and Simba can also get scratch and rolls. And right now someone's kind of growling. Okay, Simba came over to the scratch and roll. Boo likes to hog up all the toys. So Stella's been growling and Simba's been growling. Boo, you got 2 cats growling at you. They're giving you warnings. They're saying, don't think you can attack me. They're saying, don't try to attack me, because you're going to have another thing coming to you, right, Boo? Right now, Splash. Splash loves this. He loves the cat charmer. And earlier today, I think Splash was playing with Boo, because what was going on was like Boo was in the kitchen by the door to the downstairs, and then all of a sudden he would go running like crazy toward the living room, and I was like, what's going on? And I think what happened was that Splash was like running up the stairs toward Boo, and then Boo would like run away from him. I think he was playing with Splash. Boo's ready to attack it. Simba sounds like he's in the hallway. Here's Boo. Boo's like ready to play. He's still he's still wearing that cat charmer. Boo has all the toys. He just wants to hog the toys. Boo, you can't hog all the toys. How many toys do you have, Boo? Huh? How many toys do you have? Good morning, Boo. Good morning, Boo. Look what you did. You knocked the oat grass over and there's dirt everywhere. I heard somebody jumping on the gate and jumping off. And I could only assume it was Stella. Hello, Simba. Good morning. I'll let you guys up in a few minutes, okay? Give me a few minutes. I told you it was Stella. This was one of Boo's favorite things when he was outside. He loved it when I put that whirly toy in this little tent thing. Stella's growling. Stella. Hello, Boo. Be a good boy. So Stella's deal is that she wants to own this place, and she wants to own everything in it. And she wants to make sure that Boo knows that, because after all, she's the queen. And she wants to make sure that Boo knows she's the queen. Like, I set this up for Boo to play with, and he played with it for maybe like 5 seconds, and then he walked out of the room because Stella went to play with it. But I don't care who plays with it. The reason I put it on is because I need to get ready for my day, and I can't really be entertaining cats. This morning for breakfast, the cats are having the Nature's Variety Instinct raw chicken bites. And Stella likes them. She eats them right away. And Splash likes them also. But Simba not so much, because he really likes the primal raw rabbit better and the primal raw venison better. The same goes for Boo. In fact, he turned his nose up at this food. He's like, I'm not eating that. So what I had to do is I had to sprinkle a few crunchies on top of it. But I think what Boo's doing is really just picking the crunchies off. Like, it's amazing how cats know how to do that. I figure by sprinkling crunchies on top, he'll eat some of the raw food also and then just, like, eat it all. But I don't think he likes it. They get so spoiled. Stella and Splash are eating, and Simba is sulking. Simba was looking at Boo's plate, so Simba went up to Boo's plate while Boo was at his plate, and Simba was like sniffing around it. And I was really waiting for Boo to like haul off and hit him, but he didn't. He just kind of looked at Simba, and they kind of looked at each other, and then Simba backed down. Or actually, I picked Simba up and moved him to his platter, because I did not want any fights. Boo just smelled around his entire plate, and there's no more crunchies on there, or if there is, he doesn't think there are any more crunchies on his plate. And he's looking at the platter, he's eyeing the platter, and I think he's gonna go down and try to eat off of the platter, because I think he thinks there's crunchies on it. And that's what I want to see him do. I want to see him walk down the steps over to the platter, and I want him to eat from the platter while Stella's eating from the platter. Come on, Boo, you can do it. Go eat from the platter, Boo. You can do it, Boo. It's okay. It's okay, Boo. You could do it. It's 3 p.m. This is how Simba has been sleeping. He's purring. How are you, Simba? You doing okay, Simba? You like to sleep like that? Is that comfortable? That's comfortable for you? Okay. You're gonna go back to sleep? And here's Stella. She's been sleeping on top of this cat tower today. It's 6 p.m. There are 2 cats on the bed right now. The cats are both eating their appetizers, which is a little bit of the squeeze up, 2 drops of the herbal anti-parasite tincture, and 1 of the Benjamin treats. They both licked their little plates clean. Simba even wants to lick Stella's. For dinner, the cats are getting primal raw nuggets. They're getting venison nuggets and also the rabbit nuggets for dogs. Right now, all 4 cats are here on the play rug watching this toy. They're all getting ready to attack it. Stella, Simba, Boo, Splash. All 4 cats are here right now. Who is going to be the first cat to attack the charmer? It was Splash. I just saw it with my own 2 eyes in the hallway, and it's still kind of going on right now. Here's Splash. He's in the living room. And here's Boo. And Splash is playing with Boo. From what I could tell, Splash is playing with Boo. So here's what happened. All the cats have been, on free roam together this morning. And see that? See that? They're both chasing each other around the house. Now, first, Splash was standing in the hallway. And Boo ran toward him. But Boo's tail was in the air and he didn't look vicious. He looked like he was going to play. So Boo goes running toward Splash, but he did not jump on him or anything. And he just kind of stopped near him, but it was enough to spook Splash out. So Splash ran into the dining room and I heard him hiss. And I was like, okay. And I was just watching. And then Boo comes running in the opposite direction down the hall, and Splash is chasing Boo. So Splash chased Boo down the hall. Boo ran into the top of the cat tower, and that's when I grabbed the camera and I said, okay, this is going to be good. So Boo just ran down off of the cat tower, and Splash did not get spooked. Splash is like in this game. So right now, here's Boo. He's standing in the door to his room, and here's Splash. And they're going to figure out how to play with each other. Now, it might not be evident from these videos, but Splash is actually the biggest of all the cats. He's the biggest of all the cats. Boo would be second biggest, followed by Stella, followed by Simba. Simba's the smallest one. Maybe that's why Boo thinks he could pick on Simba. Now, Simba is also the friendliest one. Simba wants to be friends with everyone. Splash, on the other hand, doesn't care about being friends with everyone. He's more of the guard and the protector, and he takes more of that kind of role. So right now, he is totally engaging with Boo. And I don't think it's going to evolve into a fight. I think it's just more like playing. And it took them quite a while to get to where the dynamic is between them right now. Okay, so this is how I have been giving the cats their herbal tinctures in the morning. What you see here is a small glass bowl, and I took one of those squeeze up cat treats, which is basically like pureed tuna and chicken, and I squeezed it into the bowl. And I did that so I could then portion it out with this like little spoon. This is like a baby spoon. This is what I use for the cat's food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a little portion of this squeeze up, and I'm going to put it on this little it's really like can cover, and I make a little indentation in the middle, and I am going to put the drops of the tincture in that little indentation. So here is what it looks like with the tincture in the squeeze up. You can see how the squeeze up nicely holds the tincture in place so it doesn't just leak out all over this little plate. And then to disguise it, I am going to take a bench and field treat and put that on top of the liquid. And that's what it looks like. Bench and field treats covering the liquid. So now I am going to give this to Boo, and he should eat it. Now I'm giving this to him. He is getting this before his meal, so he's good and hungry, and he will want to eat it. If I gave this to him after a meal, he most likely would not eat it. The other reason why I give it to him before a meal is because I want to give it to him on an empty stomach, because that way it will get into his system faster than after a meal when he has all kinds of other food in his stomach. All right, Boo, there you go. Look, he licked it clean. So he just got his morning drops for parasites, and now I'm going to give some to Stella and Simba. It's 10:30 a.m. and the landscapers are here, and Boo's not very happy about it. He was sitting by the window in his room, and now he's in the middle of the house because he doesn't like the noise and the machines, right, Boo? It's okay, Boo, you're okay. Meanwhile, Stella is in the window because she needs to see what's going on. She needs to see everything that's going on in the yard. Oh, here comes Stella. Stella just jumped down. Look at this. Hello, Stella. We're going to hang out here with Boo so he feels better. Gonna make Boo feel better so he's not so afraid of the landscapers. You're okay, Boo? The cats are getting their herbal anti-parasite tinctures as an appetizer before dinner. So these are the can covers that I use, and then I open the squeeze up, or I have one already open. In this case, I just opened it and I squeezed it out. I made like a little circle. Inside that circle, I am putting 2 drops of the herbal tincture. That's what it looks like. And then on top of that, I am putting a bench and field treat to kind of disguise that the herbs are in there. And that is what it looks like right before I serve it to the cats. They usually eat this up pretty fast. Simba finished his so fast. They like it so much I have to make sure that they don't double up. Like if Stella doesn't eat hers fast enough, I have to make sure that Simba doesn't eat it. The only one who doesn't get one is Splash, because I've been trying to give it to Splash, and right now there's no way to give it to Splash. Like, he doesn't come around for them, and if I try to find him, it could take like over half an hour and he still doesn't eat it. So I just don't have the time for it right now. So the other 3 cats are getting their herbs, and we'll figure out what to do with Splash. Boo ate all of his also. Right now it is 8:20 p.m. and there's Hydrox. The back door has been opened, and I was going to put some food out for him, but I did not see him anywhere. And I just looked out and there he is. So he wants some food. I'm gonna give him some food. Okay, so Hydrox is getting the Trader Joe's tuna for cats along with a little bit of water. Hello, Hydrox. There you go, Hydrox. You're gonna eat? Hydrox, you're gonna eat your food. Right now, that plate is about 2 feet away from me. Hydrox is about 4 feet away from me. I'm curious to see if he'll eat off of that plate. Go ahead, Hydrox. You could eat. Boo's watching from his window. Eat your food, Hydrox. Eat your food, Hydrox. You can eat your food. I'm not gonna bother you. You won't eat while I'm sitting here? You want me to move? Okay, I'll move. So Hydrox waited for me to go inside before he ate his food. I love how it stays light out for so long, but I hate that there's only like another 2 weeks before the days start getting shorter again. I have some giblet meat from an organic chicken. My mom made some chicken soup the other day, and she didn't use any of the giblets, so I said, let me have those for the cats. So I boiled them up today, and I'm gonna see if Boo likes these. So here we have kidneys and here we have liver. I could have given these to the cats raw, but in the past when I've tried to feed them raw to the cats, none of the cats would eat them. So I'm just curious to see if Boo will eat these. He's smelling them. Will he eat them? You gonna eat them, Boo? That's the kidneys. He should like them because these are the kinds of parts that are in the raw food. They're just pureed up with other ingredients. So the liver and the kidneys, basically all the giblets, if you were buying pet food, they would be listed as chicken byproducts if the pet food was very precise in their ingredients. If they only use chicken giblets or chicken byproducts, then it would say chicken byproducts. And a byproduct And in pet food, a byproduct is considered anything other than muscle meat. So organ meat is considered a byproduct. And organ meat is very healthy for the cats. It has a lot of taurine in it and essential vitamins and minerals for cats. And in nature, when cats eat their prey, they eat the organs as well as the muscle meat. So what is listed as byproducts on pet food is often a healthy ingredient. It's just when they don't specify what the byproducts are from, then it's cause for concern. So if I read ingredients and it says chicken byproducts, at least I know the byproducts are from a chicken, and it means any body part other than muscle meat. If it says turkey byproducts, it's the same thing. However, if it just says meat byproducts, it could be from any animal. And the disturbing thing is that it could be from any animal, including shelter pets, or roadkill, euthanized sheltered pets, or any kind of animal that is picked up and disposed of. So that's what I've learned about pet food and byproducts in pet food. It looks like Boo like both the kidneys and the liver, and while he's been eating this, Splash has been patrolling around. He's been smelling the air and stuff, so maybe I'll give some to Splash and see if Splash will eat some also. Did you like that, Boo? I just gave some to Splash. There's a little bit of liver and a little bit of kidneys. He's walking away from it. He'd rather look at Boo. Splash, you looking at Boo? Eat your food, Splash. Eat it. Okay, Boo's getting the rest of the giblets. I cut them up. And he's also getting some of the giblet broth. So let's see if he licks up the broth. Now this broth was made out of giblets and water. That was it. I did not put anything else in it. And it's really flavorful. I tasted it. I probably used maybe like 2 or 3 cups of water, and I simmered it for maybe almost an hour and a half. And it looks like Boo likes the broth. I mean, he's just licking all that up. When I've made chicken broth for them before, they never liked it. Maybe the secret is using the giblets. There's actually a lot more nutrition in the organ meat than there is in just the typical muscle meat. Splash just smelled the plate, but he doesn't want to eat it. And Simba came upstairs, he smelled it also, but he doesn't want to eat it. I might see if Stella would want it, because the boys don't seem to want it, and I know Boo will eat it after he finishes what he's eating now. I just gave it to Simba. I even poured some of the broth in it. So far he has not touched it. Is he gonna eat it? No, it doesn't look like he likes it. Meanwhile, Boo's almost done with his. And that's his second plate. Stella, you comfortable? Are you comfortable? Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.